back to DIY with Fiona. So this week we're doing a little something different. We aren't doing any DIYs this week, but we are going to look at apartments in LA. So I moved to Los Angeles in November of 2019, so it's almost been a year since I've been back in LA. And when I moved back, there just weren't a lot of apartments available during that time. I would give apartment managers calls and check every rental website, but there just wasn't a lot on the market during that time. It was after students had moved in already, and I just didn't have that many options to go with. So I figured it's okay, I'll just stay here for a year. It's a 12-month lease, and then after that, if there's something available on the market, then I'll just go and get a better deal later. My 1-year lease is almost up, so I've been apartment hunting trying to find a better deal. And let me tell you guys, there are so many apartments available right now. I think it's because of the pandemic. A lot of people are leaving the city because LA is a really expensive place to live. There aren't a lot of students coming into the area because there's a lot of universities and colleges close to where I live, so there aren't students coming in because they're all studying from home right now. So the main thing I'm looking for is a balcony. Right now I live in a 1-bed, 1-bath apartment. There's laundry on site, and there's also a parking space in my apartment complex. Because we're home a lot more, I just want to find a space that has a bit of outdoor space so I can just enjoy the outdoors while still staying safe at home. LA has nice weather all year round, so I know this balcony would be put into use throughout the year. So in addition to wanting a balcony, I want to find cheaper rent. So all the apartments we're going to be looking at today are in this $1,700 range. We'll be looking at 5 apartments today, and all 5 of these apartments are in West Los Angeles. I've been living on and off in LA for many years, and I've always lived on the west side. I really like the fact that it's convenient to get to the beach. It's only a 20-minute drive away, but it's also so easy to access the rest of LA. I like that it stays a little cooler on the west side. When you drive inland just a few minutes, it already starts getting hotter by the minute. It's also just closer to where I work and close to my friends as well. And when it's non-pandemic time, the traffic in LA is infamous. So I don't want to be commuting long ways. So I just want to be close to where I work as well. I know Los Angeles is a lot more expensive than a lot of other parts in America, but it is a big city and it's really nice to live here, so you're kind of paying a premium here. And in other places, you'll probably get a lot more bang for your buck. I hope this video helps you out if you're looking to move to LA, or you're already living in LA but don't think you have a really great deal on your apartment. This might be a great time to start looking. I hope this video helps you out if you're looking to move to LA, or you're already living in LA but don't think you have a really great deal on your apartment. This might be a great time to start looking. I'm hoping to do a lot of cool DIYs in this apartment in the future, so stay tuned on some future DIYs. And comment below on what you guys want to see in this new apartment. I'm excited to do some makeovers in this place. Please like and subscribe, it really helps my channel out. And alright, on to the apartment hunt. So the first apartment I saw was $1,695. It was a 1-bed, 1-bath apartment. It had a balcony, a dedicated parking space, and laundry on site. So this is kind of the kitchen. It's a pretty decent size. It's bigger than the kitchen I have now. It looks like it's been newly renovated. I'm standing in the dining area, and this is kind of looking into the living room area. This is what the entrance looks like, and this is kind of walking into the bedroom. You can see everything is carpeted. Here's the bathroom. So this is the bedroom. It's a pretty decent size, kind of similar size to what I have now. But the closet was really nice. The closet is a pretty large walk-in closet, which I liked. Really spacious, lots of hanging space, some shelves, some storage in the corridor. And this is the balcony. It's a decent size. It overlooks the front of the apartment onto the street. So the main reason why I wanted a balcony is so that I could sit outside while I'm working from home. I'm home a lot more, so I just wanted a place where I can still enjoy the outdoors. So the problem with this balcony is that it faces the front of the building, and the building is on a main street. As you saw in the video, there were a lot of cars driving by even in that like 1 second of footage. So I knew it was going to be a busy street. So I think it would have been too distracting if I was sitting out there with all these cars coming and going all the time. And it was also really sunny out there. Even though I love the sun and getting my tan on, I think like trying to sit out there for hours on end working it with the sun beating down on me might be a little too much. So for this second apartment, it was slightly more expensive. It was $17.50, also 1 bed, 1 bath. It had AC, also a parking space, laundry was on site, and there was a gated entry and a swimming pool. So as you can see, there's a swimming pool. This is the entry to the apartment, the dining area, and then right beside the dining area was a kitchen. The kitchen was pretty small, like smaller than what I have now, which is pretty small. This is the living area. It's kind of nice that the kitchen is open to the living area. And then this is the bedroom. And then the bathroom. I didn't really like the fact that the sink was separate from the toilet and bath area, as you can see here. And then a bit of closet space as well. So with this apartment, it didn't have a balcony, but it did have a pool. So there was an open courtyard area, and so if I wanted to sit outside and still be at home, I could do it. But if I wanted to actually work outside, it might become an issue if I was like trying to find a seat outside, but my Wi-Fi was in my apartment. That might not be a super practical thing. So although there was a swimming pool, I just know myself. I know I'm not going to be swimming by myself all that much. Like I like pool parties and hanging out with my friends, but doing laps in the pool by myself is just not something I would do. So the other thing was the apartment was quite small. It's smaller than my apartment now, and the kitchen was pretty tiny, and since we're staying at home a lot more, I'm cooking at home a lot more, so having a bit more space in the kitchen would be nicer. The unit also had air conditioning. It's something nice to have, but it's not a must in my books. So for apartment 3, it was $17.25, 1 bed, 1 bath, and it's cottage style apartment. And it had an outdoor space, a parking space, and then also laundry on site. So this is where you enter the apartment. This is the living area, and then walking towards the dining area, which is connected to the kitchen. Pretty decent sized kitchen actually. So opening the door to the outside space. So definitely a huge kind of patio area. Definitely lots of potential if I wanted to spend time outside. So from the living room, we're heading towards the bedroom. This is the bedroom. It's a decent size, kind of small but cute. And then from the bedroom is the bathroom. So this is what's considered a cottage style apartment in LA. It's basically a apartment complex that has no units on the second and third floor. It's just a single story apartment complex. So this was the smallest apartment out of all the apartments I saw, and it was pretty tiny. I don't know the square footages of all of these apartments because it didn't say in the apartment listings, but it's a lot smaller than what I have now. And in addition to it being really small, it also didn't really have much storage in the place. There was a small closet in the bedroom, but it could probably just fit my clothes, but anything else like cleaning supplies or my suitcases or any other bulky things probably wouldn't be able to find space in there. The one thing I did like about this apartment was the patio area. It was a decent size outdoor space, which is what I'm looking for. I think if I like cleaned up all the leaves and like just cleaned it up and put some cute furniture in there and like hung up some string lights, it could be a total vibe out there. But alas, the outdoor space wasn't going to make up for the small apartment and the lack of storage in that place. So looking at apartment number 4, it was $16.80. 1 bed, 1 bath, had a huge balcony, a dedicated parking space, and also laundry on site. So this is the main living area off the entrance. Here's the kitchen. This is where the fridge would have been. Decent amount of counter space. The oven. The bathroom had a really nice skylight in it. And then the bedroom, which was a decent size and had a decent amount of closet space, which goes out into the balcony area. And the balcony connects from the living room through to the bedroom. So it's definitely a really long balcony. So lots of space to work with. So with this apartment, I loved the size of the balcony. It was huge. It spanned the whole length of the front. It spanned from the bedroom all the way through the living room. I also like the skylight in the bathroom. It made it really bright. There were a couple things that I didn't like about the apartment. The way you entered the apartment, you had to go through this like really narrow staircase to get to the front door. It also felt really separate from the rest of the apartments in the apartment complex. It like was a lone horse by itself, and all the rest of the apartments were together. It's nice to be private sometimes, but it almost felt too separate from the rest of the building. I didn't get a good shot of this, but the kitchen had this weird like counter that was table height, like dining table height. So it's not like I could stand up and like chop vegetables on it. I would be like leaning over like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, trying to like use it as a counter, which wouldn't be practical. And then I was thinking, oh, am I supposed to put like dining chairs around it? But like I'd have dining chairs in my kitchen and like replace my dining table instead. It was just like a really odd configuration that I couldn't wrap my head around. So this is the apartment I ended up leasing. It was in the $1,700 range. It also had the 1 bed, 1 bath, balcony, but also had air conditioning, a dishwasher, gated entry, gated parking, and then also laundry on site. So here's the view of the living room from the entry area. And then the kitchen is on the left, and then dining room right here. You can see the kitchen is a little dated. Here's a view of the balcony. Definitely spacious enough for me to sit out there, grow some plants. Here's the bathroom. I went to visit at 4 p.m. and it was still really bright in the entire apartment. So it was a really nice bright apartment. Here's the bedroom. It's carpeted. The rest of the apartment is laminate flooring. And then decent sized closet all along that wall. And here's me standing outside on the balcony. So I had seen a bunch of apartments in the morning, and then I had come home for a late lunch and taken a little break and just was online looking at more apartment listings. That's when I stumbled upon this apartment. And when I saw this apartment, I got pretty excited about it because I thought it was a really good deal. It was in the same price point as the rest of the apartments I was looking at, but it had so many additional amenities. So gated parking is nice because there's just a place that is more secure that you can park your car in. Even though any place I've lived in LA without gated parking, I've never had an issue of like break-in or damage to my car, but it's just nice to have extra security with where your car is parked. The gated entry is nice. It just adds a layer of security before someone gets to the front of your door. It's not 100% necessary in my books, but it's a nice to have. I don't see myself running the AC all that much. It's nice to have air conditioning on the hottest days that LA has. Sometimes there's just those hot LA heat waves. But I think in general, I'll probably just be having my windows open and have that natural breeze come through. The dishwasher was not something I was looking for, but now that I know I'll have one, I'm getting pretty excited about it. I'm used to hand washing my dishes, but because we're staying at home a lot more, I'm doing a lot more cooking at home. So I think it'll just be nice to have a dishwasher to do the hard work after I do all the cooking. The only thing about this apartment is the kitchen looks pretty dated. It looks pretty old school, but hopefully I can spruce it up, make it a bit more modern, do some DIYs in there in the future, and make it feel a bit more contemporary. I like the fact that the balcony is in the back of the building, but it's not like facing a concrete wall or anything. It kind of faces some greenery, which is nice. So I think I'm gonna enjoy sitting out there. I'm hoping in the next few months I can turn this apartment into my home, so stay tuned on what DIYs I'll be doing in this space. Comment below on which rooms you're excited to see a makeover for. Please like and subscribe to stay notified on when my next videos come out. Alright, till next time guys, bye!